welcome to the channel. I'm Kay, I'm Sister on a Budget, and I am a 31-year-old UK cash stuffer on a journey to buying my first home, cash stuffing, saving, and most things savvy. Now, if you're an existing subscriber, you will know me as Sisters on a Budget, but I have had a rebrand and I have been gone for a while. So this is just a catch-up video. Just really, well, a restart video, I suppose, for me just to say hi and how have you guys been, and to kind of tell you what's been going on in the life of Kay for the last 6 months, I think it's been almost, since I recorded my last YouTube video. I will be removing the old videos from the channel, just because obviously new imagery, brand, stuff like that. So if you are new here and you want to follow me on this journey and you would like to consider subscribing, please do. It does mean the world to me. And if you're an old existing subscriber, thank you for coming back. I sure have missed you guys. And yeah, so let's jump right into it. The big question on everybody's lips: where have I been? So I have been quite the busy girl, actually. I say girl, I mean woman. Let's roll back, shall we, to June. So as you guys know, I've been looking at houses and I hadn't found anything, and I've been going for viewings and I didn't get the houses. I ended up looking at a house. I say a house is a 3-bedroom semi-detached bungalow that had been on the market 3 times, this being the third. I went for a viewing and it needs a lot of work done to it. It needs new electrics, a new boiler, it needs a complete renovation overhaul. And any of you that know me well enough knows that this was my dream. However, when I viewed this property, I couldn't see past everything that was going on with it. The current owner of the property has a lot of stuff. Let's put it that way. That would probably be the nicest way to put it. He has a lot of stuff. So I went for the viewing on the Monday the, I think it was something like the 4th of June. And I put an offer in for 200,000. So bear in mind, I'm a solo buyer, and in my area that is probably middle of the road. And my offer was considered. I was told that there were other people viewing it, etc, etc. Anyway, come back to 2-3 days later, they come back to me and they said the owner is going to best and final. So obviously, if you're not in the kind of house buying game, best and final basically means what's your best and final offer, exactly what it says on the tin. So I kind of spoke to my mortgage advisor, we kind of rejigged some numbers, and we reached the verdict of 205 would be our limit. And honestly, at this point, I was not willing to pay any more than 205. So I put my offer forward on the Thursday, because obviously I think they called me back the Wednesday. I had overnight to think about it and discuss it with my parents and stuff. And on the Thursday, I put the offer in for 205. Friday passes, I hear nothing. Saturday, Sunday passes, I hear nothing. Monday passes, I hear nothing. Tuesday passes. Tuesday morning passes, I should say. And Tuesday afternoon, I got a call. And it was the estate agent again. Are you sure this is your final offer? I said, well, it's all I can afford. And that's the one thing I am going to say to you guys who may be on a house buying journey yourself. Do not push yourself past your reams of affordability. Because if you do, you're going to end up paying for it somehow, especially with the current climate with the interest rates, which we'll roll on to in a moment. So I said, yes, it is my best and final. So they said, well, you have an agreement in principle with Kensington, which I did at this time, not nationwide, it was with Kensington. And we're not sure that you can actually get that money because Kensington do specific mortgages for nurses, doctors and stuff like that. And that's not who I am. I'm a logistics manager. So I got quite upset, really, that they were kind of questioning the fact that I couldn't afford a house that clearly I could because I had an agreement in principle for. So I basically called my mortgage advisor and said to him, what is going on? This is my first time I've ever buying a house. You know, I feel like I'm being bullied to consider their mortgage services. So he called them and obviously gave him what for. That passes and I think, you know what, I haven't got this house. because of this. I haven't got this house. And they told me that there was another couple in with the same offer on the table. However, I was no chain. They had a chain, so on and so forth. Thursday passes, Friday passes, Saturday passes, Sunday passes. And then I think it was Monday, Tuesday maybe, I got a phone call. And I answered it really deflated because I seen the number up and I thought too much time's elapsed for that to be good news. So anyway, the guy said, hi, I'm such and such from such and such. How have you been? And when you want somebody to skip past the small talk, probably like you're thinking right now, hurry up, Kay, get on with the conversation. I was like, yeah, blah, 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 as you do, because you just want them to spit it out. And he said, I'm pleased to say that the owner has accepted your offer. If I tell you, you could have flicked me over with a feather. I was that shocked. So I said, thank you, etc., etc. And then they reel off what they need. Really excited, came home, told my parents, and, really started to celebrate. Needless to say, that was probably premature. So, that was June. Mortgage offer comes in on the 4th of July, full agreement, and it's with Nationwide because I basically get a bonus each year that I didn't count towards my salary, but it pushed me up into this helping hand mortgage bracket, etc. Anyway, we go through all that, the mortgage gets approved, I pay for a level 3 survey, and then all I'm waiting for is the seller to find somebody. So I knew that when I bought this home that this gentleman wasn't in the best health condition and that he probably would need a little longer than others. And I thought, you know what, I've got time. Naively, I thought, yeah, I've got time. Not realising at this time that a mortgage offer lasts 6 months. I should have done my research. I know this. Some of you are probably sitting there thinking, how do you not know this if you're buying a house? Trust me. I thought the hardest part of buying a house was saving money up for the deposit. I was sorely mistaken. So, he doesn't find anywhere in July. I chase in August. Hasn't found anywhere. I chase in, September. We're at the end of September. He's still not found anywhere. My mortgage offer expires on the 1st of January. And currently I have a really good interest rate of 3.89%, which is quite high, but it was good at the time. Now it's ridiculous. Thankfully, I'm not one of these people who's had their mortgage offer pulled. However, I know I'm going to have to go in for extension, and I know the rates are going to be really high. So, that's where I'm at with the house buying stuff. It's just stale. Honestly, it's so stale. The survey came back, it uncovered some pretty big issues, but nothing kind of structurally major, just the full electric. So I already have a quote in place for that. That's £3,500. Well, 3,000, but I'm going to budget for 3,500. I need to have a brand new boiler put in. I'm hoping there's some form of government scheme available so that I can do that. Obviously, being a single person, first time home buyer, lots of renovations. Now, the perks of me buying this house or bungalow, I should say, was the fact that it is down a residential street where the average occupancy age is... Sorry about that. We had a wash machine catastrophe, and if you can hear the dog chomping away in the background, sorry, it's the only thing that can keep him settled at the moment. So yeah, as I was saying, basically the perks of buying this house was it came with new doors to fit, a whole new kitchen to fit, a bathroom to fit, fencing for the dog, decking, patio stuff, all brand new, which hasn't been put in. The guy was in the middle of renovating the house himself, the bungalow I should say, and never got round to it because obviously he's not very well. So on top of a really good sale price, which I got for $15,000 under asking price, I also got, maybe £10,000 worth of renovation stuff. So that was where I said to him, I'm happy to be patient. And I'll be honest with you, my patience is wearing pretty thin. Just because I know I'm going to end up putting more money into the house, especially as soon as I walk in the door, I've got to put £3,000 down straight away. So that's where I'm at with the house stuff. Whilst all this has been going on, Boise has ended up with multiple ear infections. I've had him on steroids, I've had him on eardrops, I've had him on antihistamines because his allergies are playing up. So it's been constant vets visits for him. Nothing too major where I need to obviously go down the insurance route, but obviously enough that it was hitting the finances literally every month. So cash stuffing really did take a back burner. So what I did was I got a pay rise in January this year, sorry. And the pay rise works out to about £272 extra a month. So I've been piling that into my savings and living on what my wage was back in December. I am so sorry. I ended up kicking the dog out because his chomping was doing my head in. So yeah, he had multiple vet visits, costing loads of money, £80 here, £70 here, and then obviously the wage difference was what I was telling you guys about. So £272 a month went straight into savings. Any money that I didn't use, i.e. money I probably should have cashed off but didn't, I cashed off the basics basically, went into savings. So on average I've been saving between £1,000 to £1,100 a month. So now I have obviously £20,500 in my bank as a deposit, and I probably have £5,000 to £6,000 on top of this. What they don't tell you when you buy a house is that you also need to account for fees and surveys and all these crazy amounts that come out of the woodwork that you're not aware of. Maybe that's just me because I'm a naive first-time buyer. I'll be completely honest with you. So yeah, like this month, for example, I managed to save an extra £400. I have been doing loads of side hustles. So I've had to put obviously 20% aside for that each week because I am earning a lot of money. Like I've just had last weekend off and this weekend because I got really ill through burning the candles at both ends, as they call it. And then I'm back in for 4 solid weeks every Saturday. So I'll be cash stuffing again on Sundays, providing I have the energy to do it. But basically, just to kind of give you guys an inkling of what I now stuff, because I open a Monzo as well. So really, my long-term envelope, that thing, dentist is in Monzo, emergency fund is in Monzo, Saveopoly doesn't exist. Car, I'm going to start that when I get car payment free, which is this month as such. Gifts has got nothing because that's in my Monzo. Christmas, that's almost fully funded. House renovations has got 500 in it. Obviously aside what I've got in the main bank. And then, yeah, this only has 2 squares left to complete. Complete. Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, there's that one. And then there's this one, which is the short term. Nothing, obviously, in that. Boise still has a little bit of money left, which surprises me. Personal care is now in Monzo. Gadgets is in Monzo. This is my penny savings challenge. So blue is in the bank, green is physical. Obviously, I haven't had a lot of physical. And there's my 25 envelope savings challenge. So I've been keeping up with it as such. Monzo actually has been great. I've really enjoyed having a Monzo account because I feel like I can use that for food shopping without having to carry cash, because I found that after COVID, even people are still funny about taking cash. They prefer card payments only. So yeah, the Monzo is handy to have, and obviously I can just deposit into that pretty easily if I need to. So I open a Monzo. So if any of you guys are interested in opening a Monzo, I highly recommend it. I posted my Monzo pots over on Instagram today, sister on a budget, underscore between the on a. So currently, I literally went to pick my phone up to show you, but that's what I'm currently recording this video on. Currently I have £230 in car because that's for my final payment as such for the car, which is technically due the 19th of October, but I will clear it out on the 3rd. So I'll let my direct debit amount for £268 go, and then I'll pay the £269 as the final payment, and then I will be a car owner, which has massively actually hit my credit score. My credit scores, the mortgage stuff, paying off the car, hurt my credit score. Absolutely hurt my credit score in the last 6 months. So yeah, and then obviously I got a new phone because my best friend, she sold her phone. I now have a 2-year-old kind of Samsung S20, which is great because I had a Huawei piece of poop before. No disrespect to anybody that owns a Huawei, I just could not get on with it. And she only wanted £100 for it, which is an absolute bargain. And she said to me, you know what, I know you're going on with stuff at the house right now, so pay me as and when. So her and I discussed that it will be paid at the end of October, because obviously I'm car payment free, so I can take it straight from car payment. So yeah, there's just been a lot going on, and I really have neglected watching YouTube videos and stuff like that. I'll be honest with you, I think I got into a bit of a depressed funk. I think I just couldn't be bothered. I lost kind of the will to do everything. It's incredibly difficult buying a house on your own. And if any of you subscribers are watching and you've done it, credit to you. And any tips that you guys can provide me for keeping my sanity would be amazing. Because I've cried. I've cried many tears. I've been through ups with the house, I've been through downs with the house, and I've been through just a lot of rubbish in the last 6 months. And I don't want to come onto the channel and do a woe is me. I just wanted you guys to know where I've been. So tomorrow I'm going to kind of do a cash stuffing, kind of do a Monzo stuffing. I will probably record, but I'm going to try and keep them limited. I'm not sure if I'm going to do bi-weekly or whether I'm going to do weekly. Purely because bi-weekly probably suits my lifestyle a bit better. I am a person that works 6 days a week, 2 jobs as such. So, yeah. So, I'm sorry for the boring video and the lack of cash in it. But I just thought I'd let you guys know where I've been and let you know that I'm kind of back. And I look forward to catching up with you all soon. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to consider subscribing, if you've got to the end of the video and you'd like to consider subscribing to kind of hear how I get on with the house buying journey, how I kind of move my savings around. I think I'm going to be a bit more open now with kind of money that I have coming in, going out, etc. So yeah, look forward to seeing you all. Thanks for watching.